Have you noticed your legs feeling weaker when you get up from a chair? Or that short walk to the mailbox leaves you more winded than before? If you've ever told yourself, that's just age, I'm here as a doctor with 50 years of experience to tell you that's not the full truth. I've treated thousands of patients over 60 who thought muscle loss was inevitable. Many were shocked to learn that this silent thief in their muscles, sarcopenia, had been stealing their strength for years. Left unchecked, it can lead to leg cramps at night, loss of balance, and even the walker or wheelchair you swore you'd never need. But here's the good news. I've also seen men and women in their 70s and 80s turn the tide. They walk taller, climb stairs again, and regain the independence they thought was gone forever. Not with expensive pills, but with simple, consistent changes in movement, nutrition, and mindset. Today, we're going to uncover why muscle loss happens faster after 60, how it silently affects your whole body, and most importantly, the exact steps to rebuild your strength starting tomorrow morning. If you've felt this weakness creeping in, comment 1 below. If you haven't yet, comment 0. I want to hear your story. And if this message speaks to you, subscribe and turn on the bell so we don't lose touch. Number 1. The silent enemy weakening your muscles. Most people think losing muscle is just part of getting older. You wake up one day and notice your legs are slower, your arms tire easily, and carrying a grocery bag feels heavier than it used to. You might shrug and tell yourself it is normal, but in my 50 years of medical practice, I have seen that this slow decline is not just aging. It is the early stage of sarcopenia, a condition that can rob you of strength, balance, and independence long before you are ready to give them up. Sarcopenia begins quietly. Your muscle fibers shrink, your body produces fewer of the proteins needed to keep them strong, and hormonal changes weaken the signals that tell your muscles to grow. According to Harvard Health Publishing, about 5 to 13% of Americans between 60 and 70 are affected. By the time you reach 80, the number can rise to 50%. That means half of older adults are walking around with a hidden problem that makes them more likely to fall, break a bone, or lose the ability to live on their own. One of my patients, David, came to me at 72 after slipping while getting his morning newspaper. He had no broken bones, but he lost confidence in his balance. Within a year, he stopped walking to the store, stopped gardening, and his muscles weakened even more. This is what happens when the cycle of inactivity takes hold, and it can happen faster than you think. The danger is not just in your legs. Muscle loss affects your metabolism, making it harder to control blood sugar and maintain a healthy weight. It affects your heart health, your posture, even your mood. Weak muscles use oxygen less efficiently, which means you tire more quickly and avoid activity, feeding the very problem you need to fight. You do not have to let this silent enemy win. By recognizing the early signs, trouble climbing stairs, leg cramps at night, or feeling unsteady, you can take steps now to slow or even reverse the damage. And it starts with understanding what is happening inside your body so you can fight back with purpose. Have you noticed these early signs in yourself or someone you love? Share your experience in the comments. Your story might help someone else recognize the warning signs before it is too late. Number 2, why muscle loss speeds up after 60. By the time you reach your 60s, your body has been quietly losing muscle for decades, about 3 to 5% per decade after the age of 30. But here is the truth I want you to hear clearly. Once you cross 60, that slow drip can turn into a steady leak. Illness, surgery, long periods of sitting, and even mild changes in diet can accelerate muscle loss in ways most people do not expect. In my 50 years of practice, I have seen patients lose more muscle in 2 weeks of inactivity than they had in the previous 2 years. One woman in her late 60s, Margaret, had minor knee surgery. She spent most of her recovery sitting, telling herself she would get back to walking soon. When she finally tried, her legs trembled after just a few steps. It was not the knee holding her back. It was the muscle that had melted away while she rested. Several factors make this acceleration more likely after 60. First, hormonal changes reduce the signals that help muscles grow. Second, the body's ability to process and use protein becomes less efficient. So even if you eat the same amount as before, your muscles get less benefit. Third, many older adults naturally become less active. Long drives instead of walks, sitting to garden instead of kneeling, avoiding stairs when possible. These small choices add up. Research from the National Institute on Aging shows that people over 60 who do not do regular strength training can lose 4 to 6 pounds of muscle per decade, and much of that space is replaced by fat. Fat cannot help you climb stairs or keep you steady on uneven ground. The effects go beyond strength. Muscle is a key player in controlling blood sugar, supporting heart health, and protecting your bones. When muscle mass declines, your risk for diabetes, heart disease, and fractures climbs. The cycle is cruel but predictable. Weaker muscles lead to less movement. Less movement leads to more weakness. This is why I tell my patients that age is not the biggest enemy. Inactivity is. If you are over 60, every choice you make about movement and nutrition is either feeding your strength or feeding your weakness. Have you ever noticed your recovery from illness or surgery taking longer than it used to? Tell me in the comments. Your insight could help someone else recognize the urgency of protecting their muscles before the decline speeds up. Number 3, the hidden triggers that steal your strength. When people think about losing muscle, they often imagine long hospital stays or major injuries. But in reality, many of the biggest threats are hiding in everyday life. These are the habits and conditions that slowly chip away at your strength without you realizing it, until one day you notice you can no longer do what used to be easy. One of the most common triggers I see is skipping protein at breakfast. Your body has been fasting all night, and your muscles are ready for fuel. If you start the day with only coffee and toast, you miss the chance to give your muscles the amino acids they need to repair and grow. Over time, that missed opportunity shows up as weakness, slower recovery, and loss of muscle tone. Another silent trigger is prolonged sitting. The average American adult spends more than 9 hours a day sitting, according to the Washington Post. For older adults, that often means hours in a recliner, at the computer, or in the car. When you sit for long stretches, your large leg muscles are essentially turned off, leading to faster atrophy. Certain medications can also play a role. Long-term use of corticosteroids, for example, can break down muscle tissue. Uncontrolled conditions like prediabetes or low-grade inflammation can also keep your muscles in a constant catabolic state, a mode where the body is breaking down tissue faster than it can build it back up. Even subtle changes in activity matter. Choosing to use the elevator instead of the stairs, parking closer to the store, or asking someone else to lift heavy bags might feel small, but they gradually reduce the signals your body needs to keep muscles strong. The danger with these hidden triggers is that they are easy to overlook. You might not connect your daily habits to your declining strength, but I have seen over and over that when patients address these triggers, their progress in regaining muscle is faster and more lasting. Think about your own routine. Are there places where you could add more movement or protein without making huge lifestyle changes? Let me know in the comments. Your idea might inspire someone else to take the first step toward protecting their strength. Number 4, the strength blueprint that works at any age. After treating thousands of patients over 60, I can tell you this with absolute certainty. It is never too late to rebuild strength. I have seen men in their 80s who had given up on walking without a cane start climbing stairs again. I have seen women in their 70s who thought they could never lift more than a gallon of milk carry their grandkids with confidence. The key is following a simple, consistent blueprint that respects your body's limits, but challenges it enough to grow. This blueprint has 3 pillars: targeted strength training, daily movement habits, and recovery that supports muscle repair. Pillar 1, strength training. Strength training does not mean throwing heavy weights around like a bodybuilder. It means using resistance, your own body weight, resistance bands, or light dumbbells, to signal your muscles to adapt and grow. Start with movements that target your largest muscle groups: squats or chair stands for your legs, push-ups on a wall for your chest and arms, and rows with a band for your back. According to Harvard Health Publishing, even 2 to 3 sessions a week can make a noticeable difference in strength and balance. Pillar 2, daily movement habits. These are the small actions you weave into everyday life. Taking the stairs instead of the elevator, standing up every 30 minutes, doing calf raises while brushing your teeth. The New York Times reported that short movement snacks throughout the day can improve strength and balance as effectively as longer gym sessions for older adults. Pillar 3, recovery and nutrition. Muscles grow when you rest and feed them well. This means getting enough sleep, drinking water regularly, and meeting your protein needs. Aim for high-quality sources like eggs, chicken, fish, or Greek yogurt spread evenly across meals. Remember, after 60, your body uses protein less efficiently, so timing and quality matter more than ever. When these pillars work together, they do more than just add muscle. They rebuild confidence, independence, and joy in movement. I have had patients tell me that after months of training, they did not just feel stronger, they felt younger. They noticed they could rise from a chair without using their hands, or play on the floor with their grandkids without worrying about how they would get up. Let's make this personal. I want you to take a moment and think, what is one movement you wish you could do with ease again? Maybe it is climbing stairs without holding the rail, or carrying 2 grocery bags in from the car. Write it in the comments. Let's make this a community where we encourage each other and celebrate every step forward. Your story might inspire someone who is watching this right now and feeling hopeless. And trust me, hope backed by action is the most powerful medicine I know. Number 5, the healing power of strong muscles. When most people think about building muscle after 60, they picture biceps or toned legs. But in my decades of practice, I have learned that the true gift of strong muscles is not just in how they look. It is in how they heal the body from the inside out. Strong muscles act like a silent support system for nearly every organ. They help regulate blood sugar, making it easier to keep diabetes under control or even prevent it altogether. They protect the heart by improving circulation and lowering blood pressure. They cushion your joints, reducing pain from arthritis and helping you move with less stiffness. And perhaps most overlooked, they support your mental health by releasing endorphins, those natural mood boosters that can ease anxiety and depression. I remember a patient named Linda, 75 years old, who came to me after a fall. She was afraid to walk alone, worried it might happen again. We started with gentle chair stands and resistance band work twice a week, along with a small increase in protein at breakfast. Within 4 months, she walked into my office without her cane. But more than her legs, it was her face that had changed. Her smile was back, her confidence restored. She told me, "I feel like myself again." That is the healing power I want for every person watching this. The ability to live your days without fear of falling, without needing someone to help you out of bed, without giving up the hobbies that make life worth living. And here is the truth. You do not need a gym membership or expensive equipment. You just need to start, keep going, and let the benefits compound over time. Every squat, every step, every extra gram of protein is an investment in your future self. I want to hear from you. What is the biggest change you have noticed in your body after you started moving more or eating better? Was it strength, balance, less pain, or something else? Share it in the comments. Your experience could be the encouragement that helps someone else believe they can get stronger too. Because no matter your age, every day you choose to build strength is a day you are choosing to live better, live longer, and live on your terms. Number 6, common pitfalls that slow your progress. Over the years, I have watched many people start a program to regain strength only to stall out or give up. The truth is, muscle building after 60 is simple, but it is not always easy, and certain mistakes can quietly undo your hard work. The first pitfall is relying only on walking. Walking is wonderful for your heart, lungs, and mood, but it is not enough to rebuild lost muscle. Without resistance training, your body will not get the signal to grow stronger. I have had patients tell me they walk an hour every day yet still feel weaker each year. The missing link was strength work. Even just 2 short sessions a week made a visible difference. The second pitfall is lifting too light for too long. If you always choose a weight or resistance that feels effortless, your muscles have no reason to adapt. Progress comes from gently challenging your body, so the last 2 repetitions in a set feel difficult but still doable. Another mistake is skipping recovery. After 60, your muscles need more time and the right fuel to repair. Pushing hard every day without rest can lead to fatigue, joint pain, or injury, all of which can set you back weeks. Pair training days with days of gentle movement, stretching, and good nutrition. Nutrition missteps are common too. Some people try to eat less to control weight, but end up cutting protein. Without enough high-quality protein spread evenly through the day, your body cannot build muscle no matter how much you exercise. Finally, many older adults make the mistake of going it alone. Without a plan, feedback, or accountability, it is easy to lose motivation or fall into poor form that leads to injury. Working with a trainer who understands senior fitness, or even joining a small group class, can keep you consistent and safe. Think about your habits. Are you focusing only on cardio? Are you avoiding heavier weights out of fear? Are you skipping rest or protein? Share your thoughts in the comments. You may find others facing the same challenges, and together we can work towards solutions. The road to stronger muscles is not about perfection. It is about making steady, smart choices and avoiding the traps that make progress harder than it needs to be. Number 7, everyday habits that keep you strong. Building muscle after 60 is not only about what you do in the gym or during a workout. The truth is, the small, consistent choices you make throughout your day can be just as powerful as your scheduled exercise sessions. These hidden habits are often what separate those who keep getting stronger from those who plateau. One of the simplest habits is standing up more often. Long periods of sitting signal your muscles to switch off. I encourage my patients to stand every 30 minutes, even if it is just to walk across the room or stretch. Over a year, these small breaks can add hours of extra muscle activation without you even noticing. Another powerful habit is choosing movement over convenience. Park farther from the store entrance. Take the stairs instead of the elevator. Carry your groceries instead of using a cart all the way to your car. These moments might feel small, but they add up, just like putting coins in a jar. Household chores are also an underrated form of muscle maintenance. Sweeping, vacuuming, gardening, and even cooking often require bending, lifting, and carrying. Approach these tasks as opportunities to move with purpose, not as burdens to rush through. Balancing work is another daily habit worth adding. Stand on one leg while brushing your teeth. Walk heel to toe down the hallway. These simple drills keep your stabilizing muscles engaged, reducing the risk of falls. Finally, make hydration and protein part of your routine, not an afterthought. Have a glass of water ready when you wake up. Include a source of protein in each meal. Eggs, Greek yogurt, beans, fish, or lean meat. Think of every meal as a chance to feed your muscles. When you weave these habits into daily life, you are sending your body a clear, constant message. Stay strong, stay ready. It is not about finding extra time in your schedule. It is about using the time you already have more intentionally. Now I want to hear from you. What small habit has made the biggest difference in how strong or steady you feel? Share it in the comments so others can learn from your experience. Your everyday choices could inspire someone else to start making theirs today. Number 8, nutrition timing. The secret weapon for muscle after 60. If you want to keep or rebuild muscle after 60, what you eat matters. But when you eat, it matters just as much. In my 50 years of practice, I have seen more progress in patients who focus not only on getting enough protein, but on spreading it evenly throughout the day. Here is why timing matters. As you age, your body becomes less efficient at turning the protein you eat into new muscle. This means that if you eat all your protein in one big dinner, your muscles can only use part of it. The rest is wasted. The smarter approach is to give your body a steady supply of amino acids from morning to night. Start with breakfast. This is the meal most older adults overlook. Too many begin the day with toast and coffee, which offer almost no protein. Instead, aim for at least 20 to 30 grams of protein in the morning. 2 eggs with Greek yogurt and berries, or a protein smoothie with spinach and almond butter. This fuels muscle repair right after the overnight fast. Lunch and dinner should follow the same rule. Balance your plate with high-quality protein, healthy carbs like vegetables or whole grains, and healthy fats from olive oil, avocado, or nuts. Spreading your protein intake this way keeps your muscles in a constant building mode. Do not forget snacks. A handful of nuts, a slice of cheese, or a boiled egg between meals can keep your energy stable and your muscles fed. Hydration also plays a role in timing. Drink water steadily throughout the day, not just when you feel thirsty. Muscles are about 75% water, and even mild dehydration can make you feel weaker and more fatigued. I have seen patients make dramatic improvements in strength simply by changing their protein timing without adding extra exercise. When paired with movement, the results are even better. More stamina, faster recovery, and visible changes in muscle tone. Think about your eating pattern. Are you giving your muscles what they need when they need it? Or are you unintentionally starving them for most of the day? Share in the comments what your typical breakfast looks like. You might get some ideas from others, and you might inspire someone to start their morning stronger. Number 9, the 90-day muscle comeback plan. Rebuilding strength after 60 can feel overwhelming, but it becomes much easier when you break it into a clear, step-by-step plan. Over the years, I have developed a simple 90-day structure that has worked for countless patients. From those recovering after surgery to those who just wanted to feel steady and strong again. Month 1, wake up your muscles. Start gently, focusing on form and consistency. Aim for 2 strength sessions per week using body weight, resistance bands, or light dumbbells. Do movements like chair stands, wall push-ups, and seated rows. Add daily walking, even 10 minutes counts, to get blood flowing and joints moving. The goal is to signal your muscles, we are active again. Month 2, build your foundation. Increase to 3 strength sessions per week. Choose weights or resistance that make the last 2 reps of each set challenging but possible. Add balance drills like standing on one leg or heel-to-toe walking. Continue daily walking, increasing your time or pace gradually. Focus on eating protein at every meal to support recovery. Month 3, grow and protect. Now you are ready to push a little harder. Add a 3rd set to each exercise or slightly increase resistance. Try gentle power moves, like rising from a chair quickly, then sitting slowly, to improve speed and coordination. Keep your balance training and daily walking. Pay attention to recovery with rest days, hydration, and quality sleep. At the end of 90 days, you should notice better stamina, steadier balance, and more confidence in daily tasks. Many of my patients report they can climb stairs without holding the rail, carry groceries without strain, and move without fearing a fall. This plan is not a race. It is a reset. Even if you miss a session or have a slow week, just keep going. Consistency over time is what delivers results. I want to hear from you. If you followed this plan, what is the first activity you would want to do with your new strength? Would it be hiking, gardening, traveling, or simply playing with your grandkids without worrying about getting back up? Share your dream in the comments. Your vision could be the spark that motivates someone else to start their 90-day muscle comeback. Number 10, living strong, living well. Your next chapter starts now. After 50 years of caring for patients in their 60s, 70s, and beyond, I can tell you this: your body is far more adaptable than you've been led to believe. Muscle loss is not a life sentence. Weak legs, poor balance, and that feeling of slowing down, these are not just signs of getting old. They are signals, a call to action, telling you it's time to give your body the fuel, movement, and care it needs. Every step you have read in this plan, from waking up your muscles with small daily habits, to timing your protein, to following a steady 90-day comeback, is a tool you can use starting right now. You do not have to wait until the perfect time. You do not need expensive equipment. What you need is the decision to start and the courage to keep going when it feels slow. I have seen this happen over and over. The man who thought he'd never walk without a cane again, climbing stairs with a smile. The grandmother who couldn't kneel in her garden, now planting flowers every spring. These changes didn't happen overnight, but they did happen. And if they can do it, so can you. Here's the truth. In 3 months, your muscles can be stronger. In 6 months, your balance can be steadier. In a year, you could be living with a level of independence and energy you thought was gone for good. No matter your age, the body responds to consistent, intentional care. Now, as your next step, I want to help you make one of the most important shifts in your nutrition. adding the right protein snacks at the right times. Many seniors underestimate how powerful these small eating changes can be. The right snacks can fight muscle loss, control hunger, and keep your energy steady all day long. That's why I've prepared a follow-up video for you. Try these 7 protein snacks that fight muscle loss and hunger. In it, I'll show you simple, affordable, and tasty options that work with any lifestyle. Whether you're on the go, cooking at home, or looking for something quick before bed. These are not just health foods, they're practical, everyday snacks that have helped my patients build muscle and feel satisfied without overeating. If you've been feeling like your meals aren't giving you the strength you want, this video will give you the missing piece. And the best part? You can start using these snacks tomorrow morning. I want you to hear this. You are not too old, and it is not too late. Every positive choice you make now will add up to more strength, more confidence, and more life in the years ahead. You deserve to move through your days without fear of falling, without pain holding you back, and without losing the activities you love. I believe in your ability to get there, and I'll be here to guide you every step of the way. After you watch and start practicing what you learn in the next video, come back and tell me, how do you feel? Do you notice more energy, fewer cravings, or stronger muscles? Your experience could be the spark that inspires someone else to take that first step toward a stronger future. Watch now. Try these 7 protein snacks that fight muscle loss and hunger.